Hello again, everyone. Welcome back. Don't readjust your computer. I am in a different shirt for today and in a different location in the room. Thought I would let the chief look over my shoulder and make sure I did everything to his satisfaction. Today's review is a brand new cigar from Villager Cigars. This is the Cabarete Maduro. And this is the Toro Largo 6x54. It is box pressed, and I'll let the light catch it, and you can see the nice sharp edges. See, there's a nice sharp edge, very nicely box pressed, and there is your density. Very dark cigar. The blend consists of a Nicaraguan Maduro wrapper, Cuban seed binder, and Plato Cubano, along with Criollo and San Vicente and Cubano Lajeros for the filler. This cigar came out last year at the IPCPR in Las Vegas, and I picked it up at last December's Big Smoke, another cigar from the Big Smoke. You get a lot of cigars at the Big Smoke. So, without further ado, let's sample the new Villager Cabarete Maduro. I like the shine in this wrapper, and the light really picks it up well. It's got a nice, shiny, oily wrapper. So let's get right to it, shall we? Excellent draw. Took off, as you can see, hardly anything. Best way to do it. Save the cigar to smoke. Don't cut it off. First flavors are very interesting. A lot of nice dark notes. I'm getting coffee, molasses, a little sweet citrusy tone to the added into the molasses. Cocoa notes, black pepper, and a nice amount. I'd say 7.5, close to an 8 initially. A lot of sweet notes to go in there. If you mixed up that coffee, molasses, orange, citrus, and cocoa, that's a nice flavor if you think about them individually. So that's how we're starting. Let's see where the Cabarete Maduro goes from here. I'm about an inch in. And the flavors are sort of settling down to be slightly different. Still have a lot of coffee notes. Dark, semi-sweet chocolate, cocoa, and brown sugar. The molasses notes have either separated it into those flavors or they've just subsided just a bit. But you still have a lot of sweetness there, which I'm attributing to the brown sugar. But it also could be a little touch of that molasses still hanging around. The cigar is medium bodied, and the finish is a very nice pronounced sweet cream with a little bit of that lingering black pepper. So it's burning extremely evenly, as you can see. And thought I would change positions just a touch so you could see, get a little better look at Chief back there. He is quite a substantial individual, standing about 5 feet tall, but he makes a good bodyguard. As you can see, the Chief is a pretty good sized fellow. It was a birthday present to me a couple years ago. Hang in there, Chief. Now, probably another inch or so down the road, and it's a definite. You really get a lot of the dark chocolate notes, the cocoa, and the brown sugar. There are sweet citrus flavors, however, mixed in there that are still very obvious. And the coffee is a constant base. It's very close to, I would almost call it espresso, but it's a dark roasted coffee, very strong dark roasted coffee, and it's very nice. The black pepper, I think, has gone up, especially on the finish. It could be close to an 8 now on the front end. Close. It has intensified, but really noticeable on the finish. So that's where we are, about 2 inches in. Well, I'm down to about 2 inches remaining, and I would say the cigar has now reached medium to full body. Still have overwhelming dark coffee notes, and the brown sugar is mixing very well with the dark chocolate, and the cocoa gives it, it's a dry cocoa that gives it a little extra sweetness to go along with that brown sugar. You still have those citrus notes that are just so fine, but you can pick them up as a sweet flavor mixed into those others. The black pepper is really nice in this cigar. I'm a big fan of black pepper, so this is right up my alley. Big fan of pepper, period. But black pepper is always very nice, and it goes very nice with a dark noted cigar. That's what you would expect. So the Cabaret is going along nicely. Only about 2 inches remaining, so I'll be back to wrap it up here very shortly. Well, we are down to the end, so let's wrap it up. Cigar stayed fairly true throughout the last segment to now. Here at the end, I noticed one thing. You sort of get faint nuances of dry cedar, sort of mixed in with the other flavors of dark coffee, dark chocolate, cocoa, and tangy little hints of citrus. Cigar ended up medium to full bodied. It stayed there. Finish remained unchanged throughout. The black pepper is fantastic, especially on the finish. And I just think if you're black pepper fans and you like Maduros with the flavor notes I've highlighted, this would be a great cigar for you. I found it to be a very enjoyable cigar. It burned evenly. For a box press Maduro, it just burned fantastic. Nice even burn line. For me, all in all, I'm giving it a 92. Excellent cigar from Villagers. And the Cabarete Maduro, I just think it's a fantastic cigar. And they should be on shelves. Reasonably priced, I would say, at around between $8 and $9 a stick. So there you have it. The Villagers Cigars Toro Largo Maduro 92.